What's up, everyone? Crypto Cop here. Today we have a special guest, as you can see to my left, Sheepdog. Sheepdog, say what's up to everybody.
So,
all right, there you have it. So we're here today to talk about covered calls, how to trade them on Robinhood, and let's just get right into it. And just real quick before we start, guys, I have a huge favor to ask. If you could just hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm, it really helps out the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, so a covered call is when you sell a call option instead of buy a call option. But you need to hold at least 100 shares of the stock in which you're selling the option for. So this is where the covered part comes in. You own 100 shares of the stock and you're selling a contract that says, I will sell these shares that I own to you for this price if the stock reaches that price by this date. I know that seems a little bit confusing, but we're going to break it down for you a little bit, and hopefully it'll be clearer and better to understand. So let's do that. Okay, so let's just take a look at an example real quick. Let's say I own 100 shares of Hood stock, and the current share price is $14.50. I'm betting that Hood won't reach $16 by February 11th, 2022. So a call for something like that would look like this. Hood 16C, which is call, with a 53-cent premium for a 2/11/22 expiration date. However, instead of buying this call, you're actually selling this call, and you receive this premium right here immediately. Now, some people get confused because when they sell a covered call, they own 100 shares of the stock, and they go and sell a covered call on Robinhood, and then they look at their account balance and it doesn't reflect in the account balance. You get that money immediately in your buying power. However, it's not going to reflect on your current balance because you still own that contract, and that contract still has value. So we're going to go over that so you guys can see what that looks like. Okay, if you look to the right of me, you'll see that we're in Robinhood currently, and I'm going to scroll down to my current positions. As you can see, I have 100 shares of Hood, so I am able to sell a covered call. Remember, you need to own 100 shares of the stock in order to sell a covered call against it. So I currently have a covered call that's open. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So on the top left, you can see it says contracts. It says -1 because I didn't buy a contract, I sold one. That's why it says -1. The current price of it is 0.03 cents, or it's worth $3. However, if you look on the left side where it says average cost, I sold this contract a couple days ago for $18. So I received an $18 credit, and today it's worth $3. So I've actually gained $15 in value. So what that means is, like I said, I sold it, I got $18. If I was to buy it back now, I would only have to pay $3, and I would get a net gain of $15. However, I'm pretty sure that Hood is not going to reach my strike price of $16 by February 4th, which is where I have the expiration date for this particular contract. And so I'm just going to let it expire and keep the money that I was given for the premium when I sold it in the first place. Now, in order to sell a call for stock that you own, you would click on your shares. So in this case, Hood. And then I would say you'd click on trade on the bottom right here, trade options, select an expiration date. I normally go about a few days to a week. I don't like to wait so long for the contract to mature. So I just go a few days out. So we'll say February 11th in this case. And then you want it to say sell call at the top. You want to select sell call. And then I'll typically go $1 or $2 more than the current price of the stock. So you're not losing money when you do this. It's guaranteed profit. Here's why. You already own the stock. So if you don't mind selling your stock, you're going to sell it higher than you bought it for. That's what these options contracts are saying. So if I selected the 15.5 or $15.50 call here, I would receive a $42 premium immediately. Okay, I can't buy it right now because I currently have one open, but I would receive a $42 profit immediately for selling that call. And then if by February 11th, the hood price reached $15.50, there's a good chance that the contract would get executed and I would have to sell my 100 shares at $15.50. However, that's $1 more than they're currently worth. So I'm making a profit whether this contract expires or not. I got the $43 for the premium, and if it doesn't reach $15.50 by February 11th, I keep that $43. If it does, then I sell my shares for $1 more than they're worth now. So it's win-win. Now, obviously, you're going to get more premium for closer to the money, closer to in the money that you are. So if I was to do a $15 call, I would get $62, but there's a lot higher chance that hood is going to get to reach $15 by February 11th. So that's why the premium is higher. So you also have to consider that if you actually want to sell your stock, you're probably going to want a little bit closer to the money so that you get a higher premium. But if you don't want to sell your stock, if you just want to collect the premium and you want to keep your stock every time, you want to go a little bit higher out of the money so that there's less of a chance of it actually reaching that price by the strike date. I'm sorry, by the expiration date. So let's just say we just purchased this $15.50 call for February 11th and we received a $44 credit to our account. Now, if you go back to the home screen here on Robinhood, you're not going to see that reflected into the balance. However, you will see it reflected into your buying power. And the reason for that is because you currently have an open contract that has value. So again, you do have that money, however, you won't see it in your actual investing balance until that contract expires. Hey Sheepdog, you all right over there? You got anything you want to add? You've been pretty quiet. I guess not. Now I just also wanted to add that you do need to own 100 shares of the stock per contract you sell. So if I was to sell 5 contracts at one time, I would need to own 500 shares of the stock. But since I only own 100 shares, I can only sell one contract at a time. I need to either buy it back or wait for it to expire before I can sell another one. So here's a small list of stocks that I think are good for selling covered calls. Remember, you do need to own 100 shares. Obviously, the more expensive the share is, the more premium you're going to get for selling a contract against 100 shares. So for smaller accounts, I'd recommend starting out with maybe something like CleanSpark, which is only $635 for 100 shares, and then you can start building up by selling covered calls on that. They're not going to be worth as much as something like Wells Fargo, for example, that costs $55 per share, and you're spending over $5,000 for 100 shares. But you're also going to get more premium per contract that you sell. So this is a list that I like, but you guys can pick basically whatever stocks you like, but make sure that it's something that you know is going to be around for the long run. Also, you don't want something that's too volatile. You don't want something like Tesla that goes way up and then way down, way up and way down, because you're just going to get kicked out of your trades all the time. That's going to be it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, as always, you can ask in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, if you guys haven't joined up yet, you're not going to want to miss out. We got a 7-day free trial where we give buy and sell alerts, and only $20 a month after that. You're not going to find a better Discord that offers what we offer: education, helping everybody become a better trader, and the profitability that we're bringing you guys for only $20 a month. Believe that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and Sheepdog and I will see you on the next one. Ain't that right, Sheepdog? Peace out.